Hey there, and thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. Just want to do a quick portfolio review and then tell you about a new strategy I've been thinking about that I'm going to implement. So this is my portfolio right here, 4 positions. You can see AMSI is by far and away the biggest position, and we're looking at the total gains and loss on Monday, August 19th. You can see AMSI about $90, and the rest of the positions, $3, $26, and $9. And this is the current value of each position. AMSI, of course, far and away the biggest, almost $14,500 in value. And I'm really liking the 2 round tail funds, the QDTE and XDTE. I've owned them for about a month now, and you can see 4,000 in the Q and about 1,500 in the X. And right here is the overall gain or loss since I've owned each position. You can see I'm down about $1,900 in AMSI, but the rest are all green. Now, NVDY, I just purchased today, but I'll get back to NVDY. So again, here's the total value of each of these positions. If you add them all up, it comes to $20,429, and I'm using about $4,300 of margin right now. I'm trying to be right at $5,000 of margin. So right now, in my mind, I have about $600 of buying power. But in reality, I have $14,600 in buying power. Okay, this is what I'm thinking my strategy is going to be here. Bear with me. I had about $700 worth of YMAG, or about 36, 37 shares. I went ahead and liquidated that this morning, and it gave me about $700, $703, something like that. I went ahead and deposited $50 of my own for $750. And I want to open up a new high yield position. AMSI and YMAG, if you look at their dividend history, they don't go up too much, they don't go down too much. They could probably pay anywhere from 50 to 70 cents per share on the dividend payout. I'm looking for something that pays at least $1, and I want to try and grow that position. So AMSI is like my foundation that should be solid, and it's been going up nicely since that first week in August where everything went down. But anyway, I wanted a high yield position. I chose NVDY. And so by this Friday, I'll have $750 in NVDY. So this morning, this is my strategy. This morning being Monday, I bought $150 worth of it. So my plan is that $750, I'm going to DCA that $750 for this week, $150 a day into NVDY. So by this Friday, I'll have $750. My goal is just to stay within that price of NVDY and not be down too much or not be up too much. Because what I don't like seeing, for example, here in AMSI, you can see AMSI, my AMSI is down about almost 12%, or about $1,900, because in early June, I lumped sum $12,000. You can see the average cost right there is $22. And so everybody's worried about NAV. Should we be worried? I don't know. It concerns me. I'd love to be a little bit more stable than $2,000 down. As far as AM's concerned, I think eventually it will come back up, but it just might take a little bit of time. And worst case scenario, I hold it until I get my original investment back in dividends. Okay, so for this week, I DCA $150 a day. For the rest of this week, give me $750 in NVDY. It should bring me close to about 30 shares. And then this Friday, QDTE and XDTE, I should make a minimum of at least $50 in dividends every Friday with the 100 shares of Q and the 28 shares of the X. And so my plan is, with those dividends of $50, the next week is to DCA into NVDY $10 a day. I know that's chump change to a lot of you guys that's out there, but that's what I have to work with. So I can slowly build the NVIDIA position with my round hill dividends. And then the Friday after that, I should get paid another $50. Keep doing the DCA of $10 a day to follow where NVIDIA goes. And then when AMSI and NVIDIA have their payout, I believe it is September 9th, if I remember correctly. And hopefully AMSI will pay more than 47 cents, but let's say they pay 50 cents, and let's say NVIDIA can still pay $1. What I'm thinking is to put that into the Q, into the X, and if the R is available, I'll put it into the RDTE. But to reinvest the AMSI and the NVIDIA dividends into the round tail funds that you see here, but DCA them for a 30-day period to help with their NAV, the Q, the X, and possibly the R. Because the overall goal is just to keep increasing how much money I make per month. And I don't like seeing being down that $1,900 or that $1,895 that you see right there. I love the Q and the X. You can see how much I've gained even with the dividends paying out weekly. I want to be close with at least NVDY. Maybe the goal is be up 3 or down 3% to stay within that window, but I can keep collecting the dividends of $1 or more. Tell me if that sounds crazy, but that's kind of what I want to do. Again, DCA, and it has to be consistent or it's not going to work. Using the roundtail funds to build the NVDY position and using the yield max funds to DCA the roundtail position. And then once I can get the QDT, the XDTE, and possibly the RDTE paying $100 a week, I can still put $50 a week into NVDY, but then pick another high yield fund that pays more in the dollar and do $50 a week into that fund. Anyway, those are just the thoughts going through my head. I'm going to try it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.